Ariana Grande is performing a cosmically mind-bending concert in Fortnite? No thanks. I'll take some tech news.
Good choice.
Apple has caused a stir among tech and privacy enthusiasts by announcing plans to scan the company's devices for content that depicts the abuse of children. Apple published a press release and a technical breakdown of how this would work, which involves using on-device machine learning to detect images that match a known database of image hashes. If a certain threshold of matches is reached, Apple will provide information to the authorities. Now, obviously, this is a noble goal, 2 thumbs up, but the implementation has privacy advocates worried that a similar system could easily be used to scan for any number of things. The Electronic Frontier Foundation calls it a backdoor into your private life, while others are pointing out that such a move is a bit strange coming from Apple, who is never going to live down that CES billboard about things staying on your iPhone. The system won't be implemented until later this year, so there's a bit more time to argue about hypothetical situations and reference George Orwell a lot.
Like 1984.
But there's even more Apple news thanks to a number of documents relating to their legal fight with Epic Games being released this week. One of the more juicy ones actually concerns Google, who apparently called Epic's plans to sidestep the Play Store a contagion because it threatened Google's dominant app platform. The court filings also revealed that Google called the Android sideloading process abysmal and contemplated buying a majority stake in Epic to stop their lawsuit because when you're rich, they let you do it. Another document lays out Apple's anti-Epic argument in detail, essentially saying that they're only after money, since Epic has admitted at times that current antitrust law may not be on their side. In the midst of all of this, though, developers complained to Apple this week about scam apps that were promoted in the Australian iOS App Store. One app was charging $13 a week to remove ads, which goes against Apple's promise of rejecting expensive apps that try to cheat users with irrationally high prices, leading once more to the question of whether Apple can decide what is irrational. Like, is Apple's irrational hatred of me irrational? I just want to tell Tim how much he means to me, face to face.
I think he loves you.
And here's a scam you should watch out for. A digital storefront called Kwest has been swindling desperate GPU buyers out of their hard-earned money. A mega thread on the graphics card subreddit is full of thousands of comments from would-be customers whose orders were never fulfilled. At some point, Kwest changed their website to a new domain, and while it's lacking quite a bit of detail, like, for example, it has an empty About section,
Who are you?
it otherwise looks legit enough to trick others. So we would advise avoiding these guys, even if you see a must-buy price on a graphics card. This is a side quest you definitely want to skip. Aha. Now it's time for some mainline bits.
That doesn't work anymore.
Scammers are everywhere right now, apparently. Vice just published a report on multiple services that will let users pay to ban other users, which is accomplished by creating copycat accounts, impersonating the target, then reporting the original user for impersonation.
Seems like it shouldn't work.
This will cost you just $60. You know, I miss the old internet where we just argued about whether it was called GIF or that other word that's not real and doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Lukewarm leaker Front Page Tech claims to have inside information that Google will launch the 5G-capable Pixel 5a on August 26th for $450. It seems a bit strange to launch it so long after the Pixel 5 and so close to the Pixel 6 launch this fall, but hey, it's a wild time for tech products. I mean, Valve is launching a handheld Steam machine, so far as I can tell, anything goes.
I handheld the first one.
Microsoft has announced it is developing an experimental mode for the Edge browser called Super Duper Secure Mode. Did Elon Musk name it? It will apparently slightly increase security while having a minimal impact on performance. Rumors say they're already working on the second revision of the system called Mega Ultra Omni Security Bonanza Time, which I personally think is a much catchier name.
Free break.
And hey, remember that 3DFX Twitter account that said the company is coming back? Yeah, it turns out all they posted was an amateur-looking slideshow with some vague promises before the account itself was deleted. So, it was all a sham, but were we wrong to hope? Really? to look on the horizon for some dim chance of a brighter tomorrow?
Preach.
Yes, we were. That was stupid. And Disney has revealed the pricing for its Star Wars Galactic Star Cruiser attraction. 2 nights for 2 guests in 1 cabin will cost almost $5,000.
Credits.
But hey, you'd be pretending to sleep and hang out on a spaceship, which would sound super cool if it didn't take place in the sequel era.
Not canon.
If you want a sequel to this episode, you'll have to come back on Monday for, oh, I fell off my box, for more tech news. We have a plan. We're not just making these up one at a time as we go. We're totally pulling a Kevin Feige here.
Yeah, they're already written.
I swear it.
The outline is done. A year in advance.